Okay, so like I said, it's time that we start to roll out a real plan, a plan that will help us to be able to actually rebrand our home, our country, and our continent, and to be able to stand on our feet and be able to even fly. A plan that will make us actually unveil the true wealth and worth of our continent and we as a people. Before anything, I want to start by saying that I'm not here to come and vie for any political position or anything. I'm not here to even say I'm a leader. I'm not here to say I'm coming to receive funds from anyone to do anything. Let me just say I'm here to tell us that indeed whatever plans, ideas, and vision that each and everyone may have, indeed it can materialize if and only if you're committed to it, and for the purpose of rebranding Africa. I came up with this movement, or NGO, which is TADLIFE, which means the African Dream Lifestyle, TAD, and then life. And the whole purpose is about rebranding Africa, making African dream a lifestyle, like bringing our dreams, every African's dream and aspiration into reality, making it a lifestyle. You all agree with me that the older generation, that's our parent generation, they have failed when it has to do with leading us on the path or placing us on the path of self-actualization. They have done all it takes to make sure that we become perfect imitations of other people. But the time has come whereby we cannot continue in that vein and in that regard, because at the end of the day, we'll always be second to others, and our true value would always diminish by the generations. We all have seen what is actually happening and how the older generation are failing and destroying everything that is supposed to be inheritance that should be left for us. Something that was left for them by our ancestors, and they are trying to destroy, squander, and put in a mess or give out to foreigners before they actually die. Listen, I'm not here to charge anybody against anyone or any generation, but I'm here to wake us up, to prepare ourselves for the time that everything will depend on us, our generation, for the continuous existence of our race, our country, continent, and our people. It's like we are on a ship, and those who are already old, weak, and about to die are beginning to punch holes in the ship, thereby rendering the ship destructive and awaiting sinking. So my call is for us to start building our own ship alongside the ship that is sinking. In other words, it's about time we start to build our own system so that we can migrate onto when the ship that they're actually destroying finally starts to sink. Because trust me, if we don't take time, we will actually be sinking while alive. We will be sinking with a ship that has corpse. When I say corpse, people who are already dead, those who are actually creating the holes in this ship, they are actually about to die. They will die before the ship starts to sink, and we who are alive will start to sink with them, with their corpse, and then the wrecked ship. So what I'm saying is that let's start to build our own system, our own ship, that when it starts to sink, we can migrate onto that ship, and then we can still sail on to the promised land. That is all that I'm saying now. So by the time we come up with ideas, plans on how to run the system, when finally it's all looking up to us. You've got so many ideas, so many techniques, skills, innovations, talents that we can in order to be able to build our own system. Listen, And let no one scare anyone that you know the systems that are being run, the order, the world order, the IMF, the blah blah. Listen, there are countries, and they are not even countries, they are even regarded countries, there are communities, there are places that are in this world that are not connected to any Commonwealth, UN, or whatever you can call, whichever IMF, or are not being funded by IMF or whatever. But they are actually living. They are living, and even those countries who call superpower countries and all those things are actually traveling, going there to discover them, to even try and take from them. They're actually having a comfortable life. So it's not far-fetched. And even in any case, if we will have to still connect with these people, this is how it is. It's best that we build a system, put the system in place, so that when even this ship or this system that has been wrecked is going off, we can just disconnect it and connect ours to this international grid. If that is the one that is going to give power to our system, we connect it, knowing very well that our system has already been put in place and is ready and waiting to be connected to the international grid to just power it and just move on. So now that we are at this stage and we are still young, and at least we can still survive on this wrecked ship for now, let us spend that time in building our own ship alongside, so that we can just move on to that ship. It will all fall on the innovators, the people who've got so much skills, people who have got so many ideas. You have to come on board. It's not about reaping so much profits today. It's about building a system that will work for us tomorrow. And that is how it has been for all these countries that we celebrate today. It's about time that those who are actually earning something, they start to put something aside, all that they are paying in terms of tax and all that. Let's see that we are actually paying a different tax to a system that we want to build tomorrow. Because we will have to now think of funding innovations and ideas that will hold the future, that will hold the system they are about to put in place. With respect to farming, everything, we have to now come up. You've got a lot of people who have the ideas, who don't have the capital, but they are building it. We have to come up with ideas on how to get people to be educated, even those who don't have the means to pay for such education of acquiring certain skills. How the tutors or those who are impacting such knowledge into their heads will still be able to reap their interest or capital or profit from whatever they are doing. There are plans for it. So we all have to get ready and be willing. And let's try as much as possible not to depend or look at this traditional media, because the truth of the matter is that traditional media clearly has been built by these same people who have got the plan of distracting us, controlling us, keeping us under their claws for their own diabolic and selfish individual purposes. They plan on using our energy, strength, and youthfulness for their destructive ways. So the dependency on a platform to get information shouldn't be on this traditional media, because they will distract us, they'll pollute our mind. Thankfully, the social media is there for us all. It's about time that we change the narrative. It's about time we start to put up positive stuff on social media, things that rebrand us, rebrand a content, rebrand the country, rebrand our race. That should be the whole mindset now. We have had all the fun. We have played. We have danced to the tune of so many stuff that come on social media and all that. We have done it all. Enough of it. It's about time that we now tell our story. It's about time we now begin to play our own drum for the world to dance to. We will have to now make use of the social media to push a positive agenda of rebranding the continent, of building our own system for tomorrow. I will come up with my ideas on how we can get it done, and we'll be open to ideas. People can come and add their ideas to this TADLIFE plan. It's a long-term plan that hopefully we should use to rebrand the continent and stand on its feet, so that at least, even if we not stand a chance of benefiting from it, at least the next generation, our junior brothers and sisters, will have a better chance of building upon it and having a bit of a bit of its proceeds, and be able to give the generation that is yet to be born a greater chance of a strong foundation to what? Give hope. We will have to make a lot of sacrifices. Yes, it falls on us now to parent the younger generation, because our parents or the older generation have given us a strong signal that they don't give a damn about us and the future of the country and the continent. So let's ready ourselves for it. This is the introduction, and subsequently I'll be coming up with ways that I believe that we can rebrand the continent, because we have to, and we have to do it urgently, because time is ticking and the holes are getting to be a bit more in the ship, which means the time for the ship to sink is getting really closer. I hope you get on board, and I hope you invite enough people as possible, and I hope you have a positive mind towards it, and we try to expose and reject and condemn any negative idea, plan, or any Judas that may come, because we have to do this. The ancestors, under the command of the Almighty God, help us and lead us with the wisdom, understanding, the path, and the strength to achieve the goal that I believe was their prayer and their dream. May God bless Africa. May God bless and strengthen us.